you just type the word law, you'll get all the information related to law. So this is the main advantage for the students. So those who wish to see information related to their career, they can browse all that. It just this type the word law. So it is a very, very useful tool for the students who want to take their career to higher level. Thank you.
We are now in the fourth edition of Institutions Innovation.
In this, I'm going to explain one of the important tools on this website, that is at forum. In this set forum, a student, a parent can pose the question, whatever question they have related to any course, a college, or a career. And those questions will be answered by people from different fields. Even some of the students who know the answers can post their answers. So it is a best platform where one can pose their questions, or even they can answer the questions that are existing. So you can see how to become artificial engineer, or is MS in artificial intelligence degree enough? What is the entry level salary in US? So this question was answered by scientists. That's not Wiki. So like this, questions will be answered by people who are expert in their fields. So please share your question in this set forum. Definitely questions will be answered very soon. Thank you.
Hi, in this, I'm going to explain about an important tool related to exams, that is Ed Alerts. In this tool, we provided the brief information about the various exam notifications. If a student wishes to see the details of that particular exam, simply if you click on it, you'll see the brief details of that exam. For example, if you look at the JEE Advanced exam, so there we have written what is the exam date and what are the timings for each paper. And if they want to see more details about that exam, they simply click the link given below and they'll be directed to the official website. So like this, they can see the details about that every exam, and all the notifications will be posted here. So students can see the information related to that exam, and if they want more details about that exam, they simply click that link, web link, and it will be directed to their original website. There they can browse everything they want. So this tool is very useful to the students to know in nutshell about each exam notification. Thank you.
Hi, this is Venkatesh Panyam, co-founder of Groom. In this video, I'm going to explain briefly what is the advantage of registering on this website. First, you have to click the sign up button. There you need to fill up all the details like name. You can select the grade. You have to fill your mobile number, email address, password. You can set your password, all that. Once you register here, after registration, you can go to sign in button. In this sign in, you have to enter your email address, registered email address and your password. Then you just click login button. Once you log in, you will be directed to this My Profile page. There you need to fill up some more details in order to get the personalized experience on this website. All the notifications that you get on your mobile app will be based on this profile. Even if you don't fill these points on this profile, still you can see all the content in the website. And nothing that can stop you. But the advantage of filling the profile is data will be personalized. All the content you can see depends on this profile that you fill. Here you can select the languages in which you want to see the content. You can choose either English or Telugu. You can choose both. Then you need to type the institute where you are studying, the board, and the class you are in, and the stream you are currently pursuing, and the interested. Based on your stream, here for example, when I click MPC, I got lot of streams. So I got engineering entrance exams. I can choose multiple. I'm interested in engineering, I'm interested in engineering entrance exam. So only. Then based on these interest, you have some career options. So I just want to weather technology, mathematics and computing. You can select a number of areas related to, or I can say aeronautical engineering. So you can select all the career options related to your interest. Then simply update your profile. So now onwards, whatever you see, the content will be based on your interests. Let's see how it affects your Iits. In Iits, if you look at, since you have chosen MPC, all the results will be based on MPC only. Day means exam, get notifications, all that will be based on MPC only. Board exams, day advance, MSET, AVPY, all this content is relevant to MPC 3. Suppose in profile, if a student select IPC, let's see how it is going to change. Now I'll select IPC in the place of MPC. Then automatically interests will changes. So now I'm interested in, let's say, medicine. So I need to select some of the branches. So I want to do MBBS, or I can select some BSMS. Like that I can select whatever the options I want to use. Just update. Now let's go to the same Iits. Now see, here once you enter those IPC, I've entered in profile. So now look at this content I've changed. Here we got optometry, NEET exam. Now every content that you see in Iits is based on your personal interests. So when I'm preparing for MPC, I'll get all the content related MPC. When I'm preparing for BPC, I'll get all the content for BPC. So in this way, every tool that you're going to witness, the data will be based on your personal interest. So this site completely works on the personalization. If you complete the profile, then you can experience and you can see all the data related to your career. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening all. Yeah, good evening. Rakesh, hi, Rakesh, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Am I audible?
Welcome. Yeah, welcome to this webinar. Before in 5 minutes, we're going to start your program, Rakesh. Just let me take you through a small PPT before I go to that.
एक्सेल के यूजर इंटरफेस की रिबन और टैब्स को हम समझेंगे। रिबन कैसे कस्टमाइज किया जाता है एक्सेल में।
Yeah, I think you can see my presentation, right? You can see the screen, right?
Yes.
Right. Yeah, I welcome all once again for this wonderful evening. In few minutes,
yes, sir.
we are going to start the webinar, the real webinar. So meanwhile, just let me take you through this small instruction, the PPT. What is EdGroom is all about? EdGroom is a social platform that provides personal information to the students, parents to take better decisions. What we provide, EdGroom provides career guidance to 8th to 12th grade students. And who can join EdGroom? EdGroom is meant for the students, parents, and teachers. Why students need EdGroom? To take better decisions, career decisions. They can explore the different careers that are available for them, and they'll get every information that is required by them, maybe related to exams, colleges, scholarships, everything. They can get the information from our website. Then why the parents need to join EdGroom? Because parents also need to understand what are the career options available for their kids, and so that they can guide them properly. And very important, teachers require to join EdGroom because most of the students rely on teachers. Students rely on teachers. So definitely a teacher should have a complete information about the various careers. So teachers also should join this EdGroom. So these are the tools that we developed. So far we have seen some of the videos. These tools are developed to help the students to take better career options. These are the numbers we have as of now. We got 900 plus registrations so far, and we have more than 26,000 visitors in the last 5 months. We started on September 5th, and on average, we are getting more than 1,500 weekly users to our website. And this is the upcoming webinar on 6th of February. Target NEET, how to score best marks in zoology by Dr. Murali Krishna Purali, and it is also going to help the students a lot, because this is all about a NEET exam. And we believe this: don't follow the crowd, choose a career where you will find happiness and no regret. So with this, I'll stop and I'll welcome all the students, parents, and my dear friends who are attending today's webinar. It is going to be one of the best webinars so far we conducted. Let's all going to hear from Rakesh Kumar. Before we do that, I invite Arhan to share his personal experience on EdGroom, because he is one of the most active users on EdGroom. Arhan, are you there?
Yes, sir. Very good afternoon.
Yeah. Please share your feedback.
So a very good afternoon to all my dear friends, respected Venkatesh sir, and welcome Mr. Rakesh Kumar sir. So I'm very glad, I'm really happy to have such great webinar and attend to hear a great inspirational quotes from you, sir. So I personally thank Venkatesh sir. So before coming to EdGroom, I want to discuss small myth about everyone. Generally, we all the people ignore news sites. Like we always get stuck into the old sites, like we are completely habituated towards that. So when I heard first time about this EdGroom, even I'm in the same situation, like it's just a normal app. But once Venkatesh uncle started explaining deep about this app, so once I started this app, So really, guys, it's a completely worthy app. As Venkatesh Uncle told, I'm the person who has most doubts in EdGroom, and each and every answer, each and every question, I got an answer that a most worthy and valuable answer. So I want to say a small story. So generally, I'm most enthusiastic about machine learning. So before keeping a huge research on it, I was totally confused because I don't have proper answer. So I thought, why would I start EdGroom with machine learning itself? So there is a ed forum which will get answered by all the experts. I started asking about machine learning. Then Mr. Vishwanath sir, who is experienced data scientist, I was really wonderstruck that after he answered my question. He had called me personally and he has said that Arhan, we at Groom are there to guide you and you'll become a perfect machine learning engineer. We are there for you. To be fact, even I don't know who he is in and he don't know who am I. Just asked a small question he had answered and personally started like catching me up and clearing all my doubts. And it's just one thing, we are at Groomer with you. So such a worthy app, guys. See, you can see, right? I give a guarantee no other app will give you such assurance. Though I don't know him, but he has coming following me up. And see, and EdGroom is not only about studies, even about your mental fitness or mental depression. Whenever I get feel demotivated, I used to like personally post some doubts regarding depression, and all the teachers gave me encouragement, which I got the zeal back to work hard. So there are many wonderful webinars, guys, which we should make a use. And please, and yeah, this is like you'll get an answer to all the experts actually, not just a normal random lecturers, not like random people, not like a simple 1 to 9 answers. You're all open to ask doubts. You're all open to ask any other doubts, not only regarding exams, not only regarding colleges, even your career options too. So please make a use of it, guys. It's a wonderful and worthy app. It's a really worthy app. Instead of searching and running behind several answers and going into the ground as Venkatesh Uncle told, please use a single and it's a perfect app. So which you'll get all your doubts clear, and there are many segments: ed forum, ed blog, ed news, ed alerts. So you get all the information like as Venkatesh Uncle told based on your stream. So that's why today we all are lucky to have such a great webinar with Mr. Rakesh Kumar sir. So I wish everyone wish everyone to use EdGroom and make a use of it and learn a much inspirational quotes from the webinar. So thank you, sir, and once again thanking you for giving me the opportunity to attend such a great webinar, sir.
Thank you so much, Arhan. Definitely, we know that you are the active user and you posted so many questions in the forum, and we answered all your queries. I hope you are satisfied with our answers. And keep posting the questions, keep make us think more and more. And definitely, as you said, it is a stop solution for all your problems. So I encourage all the students, parents, and teachers, please be part of this wonderful platform where you get answers for all your queries. As Arhan shared his feedback, and definitely this platform is going to help everyone. Yeah, I don't want to waste much time. Everybody is eagerly waiting to join. I mean, listen to this. The most successful person we can see on the screen. Before we go to Rakesh, let me introduce Rakesh. Rakesh was born in Sikar, Rajasthan. Up to 8th class, he studied in Sastri Bal Niketan School, Dolatpura, Sikar, Rajasthan. And from 8th to 10th class, he studied in Dandlod Public School, Dandlod, Junjun, Rajasthan. Then in 10th class, he got 9.6 GPA out of 10. Then from 11th and 12th, he completed from Prince Senior Secondary School, Sikar, Rajasthan. And 12th class, he got very good percentage, 90.2%. After 12th, he got All India 2000 rank, 2062 rank in open category, and he got 244 in OBC category, and he got a seat in IIT Kanpur in Tripoli, electrical engineering. Okay, and he completed his BTech. Then after that, he got a job in Bank of America in Mumbai branch. After working for 1 year there, he resigned his job to pursue his dream, and he prepared for civil service. And he got in the first attempt, I think, he got 150 rank. Congratulations, Rakesh. That's a wonderful journey. And you are an inspiration to many students because if you have a determination, everything is possible. So that's what you proved. So Rakesh, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
So thank you, sir, for the generous introduction you have given. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah. Yes, you are audible. Let me share the screen so that we have some questions for you, right? you can just have an answer for every question that we're going to see. So let me share my screen. Yeah, I think everybody can see the screen, right? Rakesh,
Yes,
can you see the screen?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah. So, Rakesh, this webinar is meant for, as I said earlier, we discussed. So we want to get some answers for the questions generally student ask me related to their preparation strategies, all that. So we want to get some answers from you. That's why I prepared some questions so that it will be easy for you to answer such questions, and so that students also will benefit from it. Yeah, I welcome once again all the students, parents, and teachers to this wonderful webinar. And I write this quote really, a dream cherished by rare. Definitely, IIT is a dream for most of the students and parents, and very few people will cherish the dream. I think Gautam, are you there? Rakesh and Gautam? Okay, I think he joined. So he also will participate in the discussion, Rakesh. So Rakesh, shall we start?
Yes, sir. We
Right.
can.
So this was the first question, Rakesh. Most of the students and parents asked me, did you attend any foundation classes before you joined +2?
Sir, before +2, I haven't not attended any of the foundation classes or pre-foundation courses. I have attended foundation course for 11th while doing 11th and 12th. So I have attended foundation course at Bansal classes in Kota.
Acha, so before you joined 11th and 12th, you didn't attend any courses. So only during 11th
No,
class
sir.
and 12th class you took the coaching, right?
So I appeared for JEE in 2013. So at that time, there was not a much of craze about pre-foundation courses or such. So at that time, there are only two type of courses running, like foundation course and target course.
Okay.
So since I was clear from my 10th, after my 10th, that I will go for a JEE Advanced or JEE Mains, then so I've joined the foundation course.
Okay. This is another myth most of the parents and students ask me. So do you think that it is important to have foundation classes to crack JEE, Rakesh?
Sir, like from my experience, so whatever schooling I have in schooling in terms of up to 10th class, so from that schooling I was not able, my concept about physics, chemistry, maths are not much clear. So for if we see the JEE, JEE is divided into parts, JEE Mains and JEE Advanced. So if we look up about JEE Mains, so it is more or less of NCERT based. So we don't need any type of foundation course if we are preparing only for JEE Mains. So we can do by NCERT or school-based education. But for JEE Advanced, we need some good conceptual clarity about the topics, especially in physics, in each and every physics, chemistry, maths. And that type of quality, if it is provided in school, then it is okay. If it is not provided in school, then we can join the foundation classes. It is not a compulsory kind of thing that you have to join a foundation class to crack JEE. See, it completely depend on the student. And nowadays we are having many of the online platforms, so we don't have to join the foundation classes. We can directly search on YouTube or something. After coming of Geo, we can have the free net available, so we can use that, and through YouTube also we can learn about the concepts. And free material is there on the Telegram or YouTube, so we can utilize that also.
Yeah, very good, Rakesh. Because see, most of the students believe that because I'm into teaching this IIT JEE, parents say that when some students they're not performing well, the parents say that my kid doesn't have a foundation class, or he came from a school where they didn't teach any of these fundamentals. So this is a complaint. Even I know that I've seen a lot of my students without having any foundational classes or any IIT coaching previously, they cracked JEE, right? So as you mentioned clearly, if it is there, if there is some school where they are providing good coaching, that's well and good. Definitely it will advantage. And even if they don't have a coaching also, still it is okay, right? It's not a complaint. If they work for 2 years of their intermediate, I think definitely they're going to crack JEE, right? Thank you, Rakesh, for answering the question. This is the question. How did you prepare for the JEE entrance exam what were the strategies you followed? Can you recollect your past?
So I'll try my best.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
For JEE prep, so JEE JEE examination is completely based on your our concepts, more on how we understand the concept and how we are practicing those concepts through different examples. So apart from the foundation classes which were running, so I attended those classes, and there is daily practice problem sheet they used to give us. So whatever we understood in the class, so we used to practice those in daily problem practices, DPP they used to say. So through these DPP used to practice those concepts, and if we have any doubt in some concept, then we'll clear that doubt and practice more about that concept if we have doubt or concepts are not clear. So this is the basic problem. So I used to follow the Bansal classes routine thoroughly. So DPP, seats and all those. And through the review test, they used to conduct monthly based review test. And through review test, we used to check our performance and then try to work on the strategy, like which paper we used to attempt first, the physics, chemistry, maths. So my way was, so I used to attempt chemistry first, then physics, and then maths. So it depend on the student. So we used to develop our strategy, how we'll attempt the question. And if we don't know the question, then how we can apply the trick, that through options we can eliminate some option and then tick mark the correct option. So through review test, we used to analyze our performance and then rework on the concepts.
That's fantastic, Rakesh. Because you suggested some. Yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah, go ahead.
So major thing was class material was there, and for practice there are DPP, and previous year problem was another guiding factor. So through previous year problem, we used to know what type of questions came in the previous years. So we can predict or we can analyze what type of question will come now. So the same set of previous year question analysis work for IAS preparation also. So the previous year question will come the guiding factor, but for JEE the syllabus is almost fixed. It is given as far given by the IIT council. So it is fixed. So we don't have to worry about that out of syllabus question will come or not. So within the fixed syllabus, we used to practice, and that's it.
Thank you, Rakesh. I understand that. Dear students, you understand what we say. Focus more on the previous papers that we usually say in the class. Another important point is, after writing every exam, you need to work out on the weak areas. Okay. And again, develop the concepts, and the DPP is very important. The daily practice sheets available, plenty of papers available. So the more you are exposed to the questions, the better you feel, and definitely that will be your secret of success. That's what Rakesh also said. Rakesh, let's move on to the next question. And yeah, Rakesh.
About last question, one more thing worked for me was that clearing doubts of other friends or my schoolmates. So I used to clear their doubts. So when I used to clear their doubts, my concept got cleared.
Wow.
So that's a way. So if we resolve others' doubts, then you will get your doubts cleared. So that way you can practice more.
Yeah, but some students, Rakesh, what they think that if you explain to other guys, they benefit more, right? So that is also one point the student think. But what you said is correct. Yeah, when you clear the other doubts, definitely they may or may not get benefit, but you are going to get a benefit, right? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Rakesh, this is another question. How many hours does a student need to work independently after coaching classes are over? Yeah, what were your timings, Bansal classes when you prepare for JEE?
So I don't remember exact timing, but it was effectively around 7 to 8 hours apart from coaching. I used to give, our coaching were usually of 1.5 hour on 3 days of a week, and other 3 days, 3 hours a week. So including coaching, I used to give 8-9 hours around 9 hours, 8 to 9 hours effectively.
Including
standard time fix, including coaching classes. But there is no standard hour fixed for a student, like they need to work this much hour to clear JEE. It depends completely on a particular student. So he may get his concept cleared within an hour or 2 hours. He don't need much practice. It completely depends on the student, and he can analyze his performance through the test. So if he's performing bad, then he need to give some more hours. then that student can himself analyze. So they don't need to depend that this much hour they need to study or that much.
Yeah, that's a wonderful answer, because Rakesh, what the myth students have is, some of the toppers say that I work for 16 hours, some of them say for 10 hours, 15 hours, right? So some students are very scared of this, okay, because they think that if you want to crack IIT, they need to work 6. Even parents, maybe some of the teachers also have the same myth, right? But what you said is correct. It all depends on the students, right? Some students understand the concept in 1 hour, some students understand the same concept in 5 hours. So it all depends upon the interest level of a student. So the time is not fixed, right? It changes from student to student. That's what you said, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
right. Thank you. Yes. So let's see another question. What advice do you give to the students who are preparing for JEE? Many students are watching you, Rakesh.
So I think 2-3 basic advice as far as JEE is concerned. One is that get your concept cleared very well in the class. So understand them very well, the proof, reason behind them, each and every sentence. Why? In class, you should ask teacher why it is happening, how it is happening. So these basic questions they need to ask, so that they can get their concept clear. Second thing is analyzing their performance through the test and practicing more and more. So these 3 things, I think. And apart from this, there is a major thing played by the strategy they are adopting while attempting questions and how they are approaching questions. So these 4 things they need to work, I think.
So as you said, that even the way they are writing the exam every time is also matters, because sometimes the students, what they do, they'll suppose if this week they prepare physics well, they start with physics. Next week they start with chemistry. So they keep on changing the subjects, so they don't get any parameter or any patterns. So what you said is they should have a fixed pattern. However, they are writing the exam, they should continue the same in every week, right? So definitely,
Yes, even the strategy play a major role for those students who are feeling pressure while attempting exam. So
okay.
some student while attempting the exam, they start feeling pressure of that exam, that they will clear or not. So if your strategy is fixed, then you won't able to, like, you won't get much time about feeling pressure or this, because you have a fixed strategy that you have worked on. Like from last 1 year, you are playing with that strategy, so you can handle that pressure.
Yeah, that's a very good suggestion you give, right? So you always say that follow a fixed process, never change your plan, right? And definitely the pressure also will be eased out. Yeah.
Plan they can change based on their convenience, but by the time exam comes, they should be ready with some fixed plan that they are going to do the attempt the paper in this way or other way.
Okay, Rakesh, thank you. Let's move on to the next question. This is another question. How does life at...
may be different if some students...
Rakesh?
Yes, sir. So I didn't get you. How does life at IIT Kanpur?
How does life at IIT Kanpur change your thought process? See, Gautam, are you there? Gautam? Okay. So my question is, because when you get into some IITs, like you see people from various states and various backgrounds, various boards, right? So my question is that the way you thought the same way in school, or did you change your perspective? That means because you all the way you went from Rajasthan to Kanpur, right? And you met so many different people. So did that IIT life at IIT change your thought process?
Yes, sir, definitely. I was more of an introvert kind of personality, so I was not interacting with many people by the time of school education up to 12th. So at IIT, people coming like intelligent people coming from the different background and different areas, and this diversity like help in improving the personality, my personality himself. So, and at IIT we used to involve in various activities. So in sports, in like in the election management committees, in the festival management committees. So while working with those people at IIT and with the professors and the team, so they changed our personality. So I was a festival coordinator of Prakriti. So while managing the festival, I developed many of the qualities. Like I don't know how to interact with a with the personality, like great professors, and I don't know about marketing, PR management. Uh, then all these things which I got developed at IIT Kanpur. Second thing was the thought process. So thought process, how we are approaching a problem. So engineering way of approaching a problem, like what's the goal, how we approach the problem. So this approach is developed at IIT Kanpur.
Okay, so this is one important aspect I want to stress, Rakesh, because these institutes like IITs give you so much to experiment, and as you said, we have so many clubs. You need to maintain hostels. Even when I was talking to Gautam, he said same. Gautam, are you there? Can you hear us? Okay, he's not responding. So, as he mentioned there's a lot of scope for the students to work independently. This advantage, I don't think you get nowhere, right? Even if you join the universities, you cannot manage anything there, right? You just have to follow the rules and instructions of the colleges. But I think IITs will give you a lot of scope for the students, and they can work with various departments, various activities. So I think they not only give emphasis to studies, they give also importance to curriculum, right? Gautam, are you there? Okay.
Yes,
Rakesh, let's move on to the next question, okay?
I think Gautam will also agree with that IIT Kanpur.
Yeah, that's what he said. He wants to share
more
some
of an
ideas.
introvert person.
He's introvert.
He's introvert. And, initially, he was more of like me, but after the JE, he's completely different person. So the freedom and the facilities provided by IIT Kanpur, especially in terms of clubs, they really helped us.
Okay. So you attribute so much of what called as your changes to IIT Kanpur, right?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Okay. So that's what other question I want to ask. What are the advantages of studying in IITs over other institutes? You see, because some students want to join in some SRM, then some deemed institutes, right? And what advantage they are going to get when they join IITs? Not only job security, other than that. Can you elaborate more about those clubs, hostel life, all that, so that students will be motivated by that?
So the basic thing is that IITs are having the good infrastructure in terms of lab, sports facilities, or other in terms of cultural development. So lots of facilities are there. In terms of faculty, they are having good faculty. In terms of brand, they are having good reputation, and all the good intelligent people are going through. They are going through an exam, and so the intelligent persons are going through that exam. So better qualified persons are going. So if we are staying in that environment, definitely we are getting better than other institutes. But it completely depends on an individual. So how he develops his personality. So if some people, like we can take, like yesterday I was reading about a book about APJ Abdul Kalam. He studied from a small school and then not a very good college. So even after that, he developed his personality very well. So it does not depend on the institute, although institute plays a major role, but it completely does not depend on the institute. It depends on the personal personality, how he is grasping the knowledge and how he is grasping the things.
That's very good. Yeah, what you said is I agree, because it all depends on the college. It does not depend much on the college. It all depends on the person, right? So because some students go to IITs, maybe they don't change their attitude, or they don't utilize the situation there. And one thing I agree, Rakesh, because definitely when you study these IITs, because the government of India is spending a lot of money to develop the infrastructure, and definitely, Gautam, are you there?
Yeah, I guess I'm there.
Yeah, so can you join in the discussion?
Yeah. So I guess I just skipped the question. I guess because of some technical issue happened. So sorry that I couldn't speak.
I'll just take you back to one more question there.
Okay.
This is the question we already answered. You just share your perspective. How does life at IIT Kanpur change your thought process?
Okay, so that image is basically
can you show your video, man? Because Most of the students, my students know your name, but they never seen you. If you have no issues, you can put on a video.
I'm not in a position to show my face because I'm so ugly right now. Just came and sat on the laptop, so I guess it's better not to show my
No problem.
face.
Okay,
Yeah.
no problem. Keep going.
And the image that's there, it's basically computer science building. We call it as Rajiv Motwani building.
That is a computer building?
Yeah, computer science building.
Okay,
That's
actually,
where
I kept the
we used to
phone.
go there. Yeah. So hi guys, I'm Gautam. I'm a computer science graduate from IIT Kanpur. So I'll tell you like how the thought process and the perspective changed. Like IIT changed me over my life. So like I consider like undergraduate life is very important period for everyone because that's the period where basically the transition from boyhood to manhood happens, right? So like till that age, till your teenage, there'll be your teachers, there'll be your parents who will be guiding you, will be safeguarding you, will be telling you at every moment what is right and what is wrong. So now, same with me. I entered into IIT. I was all alone. I don't have my parents, a teachers right next to me to tell you what is right and what is wrong. And we are human beings. We are capable of doing terrible things, aren't we? Right? So like as soon as I entered, I did a lot of terrible things when I was in college. But IIT provide that platform where you decide. Like where it help you to give you that self awareness to tell, oh, you did a terrible thing. And then it also not only give you the self awareness, it also make you to do whatever the life decisions you want to make. It give you the courage, and more importantly, it give you a right set of attitude to tackle any kind of problem. So that is a long story short, I just want to say like IIT changed my thought process, gave me the immense courage to tackle the problems, and gave me the positive attitude towards life. And last thing I just want to say, like you guys are in tender age, right? So like at this tender age, if you dream about something so badly, when you don't get it, so it will definitely hurt your confidence. All I just want to say, be it IIT or be it some MBBS or whatever, you dream about something, and if you don't get it in a bad, unfortunately, just don't lose your hope. Just like there will be always your friends or someone to help you. So that's what I just want to say and then finish it. Thank you, Venkatesh. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Gautam. That's definitely refreshing for so many students. Definitely, I do believe IIT is not the end of the life. Okay, if you get it, it's okay. Even if you don't get it, it's okay. Okay, so it all depends on how you move in life. That matters a lot. Thanks, Gautam, for sharing your ideas. Let's move, Rakesh. Let's move on more about it. What are the job opportunities you got after your BTech, after completion of your BTech? Can you share us how many placements you got and how the placement process takes place at IITs?
So, sir, placement process at IIT starts in the final year and in the December. So, starting of the December month, it starts. So, majorly the placement companies are in the field of core engineering field, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, core companies, and then non-core companies. So, in non-core companies, majorly they are coming in the form of data analytics, data science, and those consulting operations. All these type of vacancies are there. Or about like there are hell lot of opportunities after the startup boom in India. So even some student don't get the job at IIT, they can easily approach from outside also. But majorly at the IIT, most of the students get the placement. But even some of the students who don't utilize those facilities, they won't get the placement. It is not easy to get the placement at IIT also. But it becomes somewhat easier with the brand. And the job opportunity which I got, so I was on the architecture side and on the architecture side of in Bank of America. So my work was, so we used to develop the platform which the Bank of America trader used to use. So our task was to develop that platform and maintain that platform. So it was of a coding profile, more or less coding profile.
Rakesh, I want to ask one question here because a lot of students are hearing. There is a myth only everywhere the computer students are going to grab more jobs over EEE, civil or other core branches. Do you believe in that? Is it true?
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, it is true. The computer science grades are grabbing most of the jobs because in each and every field, IIT is dominating. So the rate which the good jobs are going in this direction are high. But still, electrical, mechanical, civil, in each and every field, the jobs are there. So IIT won't able to replace each and every field, but still IIT grades are getting more jobs.
So even no, the question is, even if a student is studying triple E or mechanical or civil, still they have a hope of getting some job, computer jobs, right?
Yeah, they can. I studied in electrical engineering. I was doing the work of computer science grade. So it is not very hard. The way we are developing, how the way in the IIT or in any college, the way we are developing the habit of tackling any problem or a habit of understanding anything. So that thing is what engineering or a college education provides us. So even in the job, we are not facing the same problems which we are tackling classes. The problems are completely to learn much more thing for to tackle those problems. But we at college we understood like how we need to tackle the problem, how we need to proceed in the for any to solve any problem. So all these things will cater. So in electrical, mechanical, they can handle the IT work very well.
Yeah.
And in their field also, in core field also, many of the companies are offering jobs. So it is not that in those fields there are not jobs. There are jobs in those fields, but as compared to those fields, IT grades are getting better jobs, or IT jobs are more.
Okay. Because some of the even engineering students are also watching this webinar. Rakesh, what is the advice you to the students who are studying triple EC and other than these IT courses? What skills they should develop by the time they appear for the job placement? Because computer students, they'll learn all the required skills, maybe the languages, all that coding, all that, right? But you guys are not exposed to that much, maybe, right? So how should a student cope up all those skills by the time they face the interview? What strategy they should follow?
Sir, the strategy depends on the company they are trying to target. So if and the role they are trying to target. So if a triple E guy want to target a role in electrical engineering and any company, then he used to target according to the company. And the part that triple E, ME and civil engineer guys are not told about the programming. In the first semester of their course, they are usually told in terms of one programming language they are told. So they need to learn one programming language, and that's it. That is required basically. So that's it. With one programming language they can tackle the job interviews, and job interviews need to be according to the company. So what company wants from you. So if a company need a aptitude, so you need to practice the aptitude. For the aptitude questions you need to practice. If they want puzzle solving, they need to practice puzzles. And if the company is of a power sector, let's suppose, and they want the knowledge of power sector, then you need to learn about that. If a consulting company, then they usually give the case study, and based on the case study they answer. And these type of question, like what company is asking, these we can easily get on the Google, like on the Glassdoor website. These interview question we can easily get. Gigs for gigs, where we can practice. And there are many new companies like Prepleaf is coming in this direction. So they usually prepare the student based upon their the company they are targeting.
So what he's trying to say is, before you go for interview, do some research about the company, right? And accordingly prepare for the interview, right? Is that you're going to say?
Accordingly.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the field they want to go, and the company they can choose according to the field they want to go.
Okay. Yeah. So far we discussed everything about your degree, how you performed at IIT, and what are the advantages. Now let's see your other interesting part of your journey. So actually, when did you decide to appear for the civil service exam? Is it after BTech or before BTech when you're 10th class? Some people say that I have a dream of becoming IAS officer when they're in 10th class, right? So do you have the same dreams when you're in 10th class, or is it a sudden change?
No, sir, I don't. I didn't have any dream of IA to become a civil servant or IAS at that age of around 10th class. So first, like my father used to say me when I cleared JEE, so he used to say me, तुझे प्रिपरेशन करना पड़ेगा, आईआईटी का तू प्रिपरेशन करेगा तो अच्छा रहेगा, मतलब he used to say this kind of word, so he want me to prepare for IAS, but I was not clear that I'll going to prepare for IAS or do a corporate job. So in the third year, while managing Techriti, so I used to work in the technical festival Techriti, and I used to enjoy the festival very much. So while working there, I interacted with many of the civil servants, and that time I realized that I want to go for appear for civil service exam. And after in fourth year, I managed Techriti, so I was not able to prepare for civil services at that time. And after job, I started the preparation after 1 year of job.
And before you, I mean, once you cracked the IIT, I think your father have shown the seeds of brain. Somewhere it was there, and definitely
yes, it was there.
Yeah.
So some percentage he will get the credit for that. That's showing that seed. But definitely after analyzing, I took that thoughtful, like completely thoughtful decision that I'll go for.
So again,
civil
it's the
services.
credit goes to IIT Kanpur, where you met all these people, and definitely that change your mindset. That's the power of IIT. That's what we discussed the
Yeah.
last.
So even I heard that some like while I was in IIT, I heard some of the our seniors cracked IIT. So the Gaurav Agarwal sir, he cracked, he got first rank, and then Abhijit sir. So we heard about many of those toppers from IIT who are getting top ranks in IAS. So like we were aware that the many of the IITians are preparing for UPSC, and this is the area where we can go. And but when I organized Techriti, that time I realized that this is the field for me.
That's very good, and congrats, you fulfilled your father's dream also, and definitely your father may be now a proud father, right? Yeah. Now the question is,
Yes, sir.
why did you choose civil service over lucrative software job? We are discussing the same question with Gautam also. This is the toughest decision I think you have taken, because when you're an IIT, you got a lot of opportunities and you get very good salary. Can you tell me how much salary you used to get at Bank of America? What was the salary you got?
Sir, I used to get around 1 lakh per month, around 12 lakh package.
Achha, 12 lakh,
12 lakh a year per year.
So per year, so nicely you can enjoy your money, right? Because you have no, obligations at that age, so you can enjoy with money. But why did you choose this civil service over the software job?
Sir, the thing is, money is not the only part which can motivate a person. So I was not I don't believe much on materialism, so I don't have I can wear these two clothes for a month also. So I don't have that ash bari zindagi or that I don't need. So I was like, first thing was that the work the civil servant was doing. So it was the policy implementation task is much more related to event management task, and which I did at IIT Kanpur, and I enjoyed that. So I thought that if I work as a civil servant in the policy implementation, I will be very happy. And then I worked for a project called Science Bus. At that time, the Science Bus project was implemented by UP government, and the project, even after completion of the project, so the Science Bus project. So I thought that policy making is also one of the great area where I can explore. So from that my interest got generated towards the civil services. But I didn't like the cooperative jobs, because we used to work on the same issue for a month. We are not meeting. I used to like all the field task, and in the corporate lucrative jobs I won't get that field task. So I thought civil servant will and the social impact I can made. So through my power as a civil servant, I can empower others. So definitely that is the best job I could target with given that scenario.
Yeah, I understood from the first statement itself. What you said is, you're not that crazy. You're simple. I can understand. You like the simple way of living. So definitely, our aspirations will decide our journey. Okay. So since you're not, you don't want to mint the money, or you want to earn money so much. Okay. And definitely, money was not a criteria. Definitely, some students, why they want to go to software, why they want to go to US, other countries, because to earn money, right? If that is not the case, then you thought the other thing is the best thing is becoming a civil servant. That's a very good, nice answer, Rakesh. Let us see this question. Why did you not write the UPS exam immediately after your BTech? Why did you want to do a job for 1 year or so? You said
Sir,
you joined Bank of America, right?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So,
What your strategy?
I belong from a middle class family. So in a middle class family, if a person don't earn the money, then he cannot get bread and butter for the next month or next year like that. So I have to work for somewhere or other place. So UPSC, there is a lot of uncertainty in this exam. So I was not clear that I will able to clear in the exam in the first or second attempt. So I thought that better to get a job, and should have, like, for a person like me, I should have a backup plan ready. So to make that backup plan ready and to get the test of a corporate, how corporate way is working. So I got to know about from other people also that this is how corporate is working. I didn't practically seen that. So through 1 year of experience, I prepared my backup plan, as well as I've seen the test of corporate, whether I'm liking it or not. I took that job. And after 1 year of preparation, I thought that civil services is better. So I started preparation since the backup plan is ready. So I started preparation for civil service exam.
So it's a wonderful planning. Yeah, definitely. See, I see a lot of students. Once you work for 1 year, you have experience, right? And even if you don't succeed in civil service exam, you always have a back plan, right? You can go to the company and you can rejoin there. So definitely that was a one night strategy you have taken, and I appreciate you for that. Okay. So next question is, where did you join for your civil service coaching?
So I joined at Wajiram and Ravi coaching in Delhi, but it is not necessary to join the coaching for exam. So I have joined for Wajiram for GS studies as well as for optional paper. So my optional was economics, and it was completely new for me. So I need to join the coaching for economics. And for GS, since I don't know much of the seniors at that time who can regularly guide me. So we can get the senior who can guide us for a moment, but we need some regular guidance for the while preparing. Some reliable source. We need the guidance. So I don't have that guidance at that time. So I thought it would be better if I join the coaching. But it completely depends on the student whether they want to join, or they can learn from the free material or NCERT available.
Yeah, I have one more question, Rakesh, because many students they want to prepare for civil service exam, and I heard that the best place to crack UPSC is Delhi. Do you think that the people has to travel all the way from different places to Delhi, or they can stay at their own place, still they can crack UPSC? Either the Delhi is the best place for study, just like Kota for IITs?
Sir, like I can give you answer with one statement. At Labasna, we are having many people. In fact, majority of the people who are prepared at their places or some other places than Delhi. So it is not a requirement that Delhi is the place where you can prepare for JEE, but for a competitive environment, Delhi is the best place. So like people like me, we need a competitive environment. I need a competitive environment where I can compete with other to crack that exam. So that for the competitive environment, if you can get the competitive environment at your workplace, at your home, you can join from there. But at Delhi, we used to get the better competitive environment, definitely. And since in libraries, we used to see all the people are preparing for UPSC. So that used to help us, like we can discuss with other person. So that's why in that way Delhi is better. But some people with the online facilities, they can handle, they can get this environment at online. So definitely at their home they can prepare.
Yeah, I do understand that a lot of good coaching centers are there in Delhi when compared to other places. And with Waziram, what you said was one of the, oldest coaching center that is in Delhi, even Ravi classes. Thank you, Rakesh. And this another interesting question. You already answered some of the question. What are the optional subjects you have chosen, and why you have chosen those subjects?
for the civils exam, you only need to choose one optional subject. So I have chosen economics, and while choosing that subject, I have when I was deciding for optional subject, I have 2-3 options in my mind: maths, physics, and economics. And I was like that I need to pick up a subject which is more of an analytical type of subject, not mugging based subject, and I should have prior experience in that subject. So for economics, I have prior experience in terms of open elective IIT Kanpur provided us. So I've taken some open electives. So I have the somewhat previous basic knowledge about economics. And in my work at Bank of America was also somewhat related to economics and finances. So I got some exposure from that side. So I thought economics would be a better option for me, because in maths we need much more time for preparation. My concepts are better. So I have chosen economics. It was more of based on the interest side rather than seeing that we are getting marks or not, or we are getting material or not. So I have chosen based on the interest only.
Okay. Did you consult anyone before you finalized your option, or you took by your guts?
I spoke to few people who are already writing mains or giving interview before choosing, because like some prior experience. I heard about toppers interview on YouTube. I've seen some interviews. After that, I've chosen. So thoroughly, I have analyzed that.
Okay. So you did a research. No, I believe that, and I learned somewhere. Physics and economics were the two toughest subject to tackle, right? So economics definitely. Even my younger brother was economics. He did economics, and many people believe that economics is not that easy to understand. And definitely, as you said, you have that experience in IITs and the bank, the work, everything as you have some back experience that motivated you to choose economics. Because I've seen most of the IIT, these IAS people, they go for public administration. There are some history. Some people choose history. They are regular options. Most of them choose. Okay, and I have not seen many people choosing economics as their optional. Maybe you require, as you said, some previous knowledge that helps you to choose it. Very good, Rockas. Thanks for answering the question. How many months you are prepared for the civics exam? Is it your first attempt? How many is it 1 year you prepared?
So from July 2018, I have started preparation. So
okay.
This was my second attempt. In first attempt, I was not able to clear mains.
Acha, so you wrote 2 times.
And this was my second attempt.
Okay.
So
first, you prepared 2 years at a stretch.
Yes, sir. The second time I got cleared the exam, and for like around one then mains and then process time for the exam. So that for the preparation, like usually when we go to the coaching, so there is 9-month course available for general studies and 4 months for the optional, and this is depend on the optional side. If the optional is maths, it will take much more time than 4 months. So for economics, it was 4 months. So around 1 year of preparation is required for the civil services, but it depends. If some people are having their BTech or MTech in that optional, so they don't need to prepare for optional. They need to prepare only for GS, so they can do it early also.
Okay. No, what was your thought process after the first attempt you have failed to attempt and get this? And what are the lessons that you learned from your first attempt?
So I exactly remember that first mains result came on 16th January in night at around 1 a.m. So it was around 17th January 1 a.m. So I was like, after seeing the result and in list my name was not there, so I was very sad, and my friend poured me some tea. He thought he can make me happy by tea, but after that, after 3-4 hours of sadness, I realized that there was genuinely some mistake in my mains paper, so I need to correct those mistakes. So I met many of my seniors, around 8 to 10 seniors, who have given interview, either cleared or given interview. They scored good marks in the mains, and discussed my mains paper with them. And through that paper, I I chalked out some of the problem areas where I was weak and worked on those areas. So in first attempt, my main optional subject marks was very less. It was 210. So I focused more on optional side, and then in the second attempt.
So that's what they said. The failures are the stepping stone to success, right? So definitely.
Yes, sir. So basically, realizing or like analyzing our mistakes is the same thing I did in the review test for the JEE preparation, and the same thing I repeated here.
Okay. So definitely the mistake that you committed, you rectified in the second attempt, and you what called as you succeed in the second. Very good, Rakesh. So the next question, Rakesh, is the civil service exam tougher than IIT because you have written both exams? So I always say that IIT and IAS are the two toughest exams in India. You agree with me?
Sir, I admit that both are tougher. Both are the one of the toughest exams, but they are altogether completely different.
Okay.
So JEE exam is more of based on the getting your concept ready than practice, and civil service exam is altogether different. So you don't have to build your concept much better. You need to understand the thing, and you need to revise more and more because you have to mug up many things. And the strategy of practicing is practicing questions and developing strategy altogether different in both the exams. So we cannot compare both the exam, but I think civil services took more time than JEE. So in JEE, I used to give 8 hours, 9 hours. So civil services took 10, 11 hours per day basis.
So that's
for
because
this is for me. For a different person, it may be completely opposite. But for me, civil service exam was tougher than, because it took 3 years.
Yes, Rakesh. Why? Because see, a guy who got IIT seat and he didn't get IAS, he may not answer this question because you face both the exams and you know well. That's what I want to get the answer from you. And you said that, you admitted that you took more time to what called as prepare for civil exam. Now, is it because the nature of the exam or the competition?
So it is because of the nature of the exam, because the competition was high in JEE. So in JEE, we used to have around 17 lakh total participants and around 10,000 seats at that time.
Yes.
So, and in civils, we used to have 5 lakh people and around 700 seats or 800. So the competition was tougher, I think, in IIT. But the thing was that the process is completely different. So in civil service exam, we used to mug up many things, and the syllabus is not confined. So if we see the prelims syllabus, it will be around 200 words or a small paragraph, but they can ask question from anywhere. There is no limit of the syllabus.
Okay.
There is no definite boundary, and we need to mug up many things. And so these two things are a little bit difficult for me. So that's why civil service exam took more time than.
Okay, Rakesh, I understand. Let's move on to the next question. The question is, that's what some people believe, that it's easy for IITian to clear civil exam. Is that you believe?
No, sir, I don't think it is easy for IITians to clear civil exam easily.
No, because many IITians are entering into civil service, right? Even we have seen some of the students, even one student from Andhra Pradesh, I think Rakesh, he was the second student. He's cleared IIT. After that, he got a first rank in IIT JEE. Then he got first attempt 26th rank in civil service. So maybe the people thinking that means is it so you in your experience you don't say that is not that easy.
The exam since the civil service exam required hard work, definite strategy, and analyzing the problem and putting up solution for that. And last thing is patience. So all these things, usually the IITians, if they have cracked the exams, so they have these attitude developed. So it may help those students in clearing the exam, but it is not easy for IITians also.
Okay.
It may be easy for it completely depend on the individual. So for IIT, different aptitude is required. For the civils, different aptitude is required.
No, what happens is some people, as you said, there's a lot of competition for IIT. So when a student who able to get a seat in IIT Mumbai or IIT Kanpur like that, so in that cutthroat competition, definitely, as you said, you got some abilities to get into IITs. So those attributes may help you in preparing for JEE and IAS also.
Yeah, those attributes basically contribute for the better success rate.
Yes, yes.
But it is not easy for, but it is not easy for IITians also. Right? Yeah, that confidence is also there. There is some backup plan, like on the IIT degree we can fall. So we can get easily get the job. That the confidence also contribute, definitely, sir.
Yes, yes. So that those are the main parameters that may help some of the students, because in recent past, more IITians are cracking IAS. Maybe these are some of the things, but it doesn't mean that others cannot do it. Everybody can do it. The only thing is you should have the determination to crack. That's very important. What advice do you give to the students who want to enter into the civil service? Do you encourage them?
Yes, sir. If they have the right kind of aptitude required for a civil servant, definitely they should come in. And definitely, like there are some myths are going that IIT the seats are reducing, but if they are targeting IAS, IPS, or IFS, the seats are more or less constant for IAS, IPS, and IFS. They are reducing for other services, but for these services, the seats are constant. So if those people with the right kind of aptitude, definitely they should come. The competition will always be there. Competition will be there in each and every exam. And in civil service also competition is there. But if they provide the right kind of hard work or the patience and the aptitude, then definitely they should come and clear the exam.
Very good. Thank you, Rakesh. And now let's take some questions. You have answered very patiently a lot of my questions, and I appreciate you for that. And we have some questions. Ashrit, are you there? I think he's not there. So we got some questions in our forum, and let me just share those questions, Rakesh. Will may just take another 10-15, okay? This is the first question I got. So Ashrit Chandu is asking, I think is not there. He is asking a question. Hello, sir. How are you able to stay motivated throughout a JEE and UPSC preparation?
And through JEE preparation, I was like, there is nothing kind of demotivation for me. So there is not much motivation required. But one thing was that I need to clear the exam. I was focusing on the right effort I need to make. But for the civil servants exam, I need to be kept motivated, because after first attempt, if I failed in the first attempt, then I need to motivate myself. But the one thing which kept me motivated, that this is my dream and I will achieve it.
Oh,
and I did some mistake in first attempt. I won't make in second attempt. So I was focusing more on like improving on those mistakes. So I used to understand that some people are there who perform better than me. That's why they are in the service. So I need to perform better than them.
So you always have the confidence that you're going to get us.
Yeah. And that the backup plan was there. So I used to call Gautam that if I won't able to clear the exam, will you able to give me? Will you refer my resume to your company? So he used to say me, don't ask these type of don't say these type of requests. I'll definitely forward your resume, but you will clear the exam. So my friend and family helped me in this.
Wow. So credit goes to Gautam also then. Yeah, that is the advantage of having nice buddies. Okay. Yeah, there is one more question. Sandeep Jay is asked this question. When did you start up choosing this as a career option strike you, sir? I think you answered it. And what advice would you give to undergraduate students who has a dream of becoming a civil servant? What was the motivating factor for you throughout the preparation that was going? So I think you answered these questions. Okay. So you said that everybody can write the exam, and there is one more question. For Group 1 civil services, which subjects can choose if I'm an engineering graduate and where I have to take coaching? what are the, I mean, he's asked a question, what are the best other optional subjects that a student can choose if he's from engineering background?
So they can choose engineering subject. So in IIT, there are many subjects are there. So I think each and every field is there.
Okay.
So if they are having engineering as their subject and they want engineering as their option, they can take the engineering as subject also. And there are other humanities subjects are also there. So based on their interest, they can choose any subject. There are a hell lot of subjects are there. So each and every subject is available as an optional.
Okay. So I request, now the forum is open. If anybody is wanted to talk to Rakesh, you are welcome. Karthik, you want to ask any question? Jahanavi, are you there?
Sir, I need to correct one. I need to correct one thing. So in my earlier answer, I mentioned that there is competition is high in IIT. So I think it is more on the civil servants.
Acha, more on the civil service.
More on the civil service. My data was not clear, so I was not aware about this one. But more or less, it is a similar type of competition. So competition is nowadays available there in each and every. Even grade 4 exam, we see their competition is also there.
Okay. Yeah, definitely, Rakesh, as you said, because civil service, there are few number of seats, more aspirants. In IIT every year, one new IIT is coming, and definitely the chance is there for the students to get all that. Okay. Yeah, anybody wanted to ask a question? Karthik, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm there, sir.
Yeah, okay. You want to clarify, because Karthik is my student, Rakesh, and this fellow is very interested in physics. I was very disappointed that he didn't go to engineering or any other coaching, but that fellow wanted to crack civil service, and he didn't join in engineering, and he is preparing for civil service. Karthik, you have anything to ask?
So first of all, I'm very glad to talk to you, sir, both of you. And firstly, Rakesh, sir, good evening, sir. And
good evening, Karthik.
You're the second person, a civil servant I'm facing in life, sir, because the same type of webinar was conducted on Teachers' Day. JD Lakshminarayan sir was there, but I couldn't interact with him. I'm so happy. I'm very excited actually to talk to you. So thank you, sir, for giving me an opportunity, first of all. And sir, yeah, I would like to, I was about thinking the same thing, sir. The competition, you were saying that IIT had the more competition. I was just calculating the ratios. Then just now you have corrected yourself that civil services had more competition. Yes, sir, of course, that's true. Just now I was thinking that I was wrong or not. Just now I got to know that, yeah, there are, and if I'm not wrong, there is only one seat for every 10,000 members ratio to get into IAS, especially in open category. So I was doing all those calculations when I was in the initial days of preparation. Now just I'm pursuing graduation in mathematics and statistics, sir. I was very much fascinated about this getting into non-political executive, that is becoming a bureaucrat. And just my small doubt out of curiosity is that, sir, nowadays how the system is becoming is like with regard to IITs or JEE, what people are thinking is it is only for jobs, especially as you have discussed earlier, like computer science engineering. Even though they are not interested or they don't have any idea of computer science engineering or anything, they're just fascinated. Parents especially, they wanted to push their children into this IIT field without actually knowing what the thing is. And they just wanted their child to get into these IIT institutions so that they get a good security, they get a good job out of yeah, I have listened to my relatives also saying that they wanted very much high packages, and they were pushing other children also just going to IITs and IITs. And a pity thing is, yeah, that's true. That's true, because they are the back of this packages mania. So what is your opinion about this, sir? Because they are becoming more and more materialistic, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, Karthik, I think you are correct. Like many of the parents or society is moving towards, like in my area, they are moving towards medical field or IIT. These are the two fields they are choosing. So even my school days, I haven't heard about economics. So maybe I am interested in economics if I have heard about the subject. So they are going towards this thing because you see the many in India, majority of the population is middle class, and the middle class, first thing they need the job security. And for the job security, IIT is the best field they can target, IIT or medical. So they are not correct. They are correct in their perspective. So we cannot say that like this thing that they are doing a wrong thing, but for their job security, like for a middle class, job security is required, and for that they are going towards IIT or other field. In other field there, so I can get the info, be able to get the info. So education is the easiest way, and in education also engineering and MBBS is easiest way to get the better job with the reputation. So that's why most of the people are going towards that side, although it is wrong. But with the time it is changing. I like from 10th class the career counseling service are provided nowadays by many of the, even ED Groom through the news feeds they are providing many of these things. So nowadays from the school times this like children can come to know about that AI is there, ML is there, sports are also the other field they can go. Even so much craze about the Olympics is there. So with the coming time I think it is improving, but currently the situation is this, you said right.
Thank you,
That's
sir.
very good. Yeah, definitely. What I understand, Rakesh, in India, what happened? They just follow the follower, right? So if somebody is getting a job after doing IIT, so everybody want to follow the same dream, right? Whether they like it. The problem is, see, this is the why we created EdGroom. See, why? Because see, I just take 1 minute, Rakesh.
Sure.
This particular website we created, just we want to show that there are m number of courses are available, right? No need to go to only one. It depends on all LP students cannot become IITians. All BIP students cannot get into what called as this medicine, right? So there are so many varieties of courses available. And see, many students, for example, there is a branch called mechatronics. Very few students heard about this branch. They wanted to get into only this computer science, IT, data science. Also. If you look at this, we have done a wonderful research where we have providing a lot of information about each career. For example, you look at here, we get what is mechatronics, what are different types of mechatronic jobs, what does. So if a student want to explore about the various courses, he can come to our website and they can do a lot of things here. And for example, suppose if they wanted to know what is data science, see what I encourage is I encourage students to explore and more. See, we get a lot of information about data science. Before you take a decision, please do some research about it and identify whether you are good at it or not. And even we have a lot of information about civil services also. And definitely the students and parents can make use of it. For example, see, top of stock, Telugu candidate, top in civil service. So there's a lot of information available even for the people who are preparing for civil service exam. So my request is, please visit our site, make use of this head news where you can get lot of information. Why? Because suppose if I do the same search in Google, see for example, if you do the Google search, your results are completely different. For example, I put the same word mechatronics here. This is what we are proud of doing at EdGroom. For example, if I use the same mechatronics here in Google search, so yeah. Say mechatronics, right? Sorry. Yeah. If you see the results in this Google search, these are the results you're getting. But if you use the same word in EdGroom, you see the mechatronics, you're going to get more relevant information. So this is what we are trying to develop for every career. And definitely we are proud to say that our search engine is better than Google search. You agree with Rakesh? How useful this feature, Rakesh? How students can benefit from this feature?
So the thing I was telling that at the age of 10 year or school age, we don't know about many of the things. So we choose our engineering subject as like which will get the highest package. That subject we'll choose without seeing any interest, whether we are having interest, what type of job opportunities we can see in those subject or not. So through these platform, I think they can better utilize, and we can change the scenario. What we are seeing, that many of the people are going behind computer science or IITs or only civil services. They can change their field of according to their interest.
Yes, yes, definitely. That's what we are. This is the main reason why we started at Boom, because many students and parents are under compulsion that even though they don't like it, because irrespective of that, they are just taking courses, they don't like it. Yeah, Rakesh, we have one question from my friend. He's asking you, how did Rakesh manage the study hours to prepare civil service exam while working in a company? When you are in Bank of America, how did you manage to prepare for civil service and do the job?
So at that,
Are you
when I
multitasking?
was no sir, while I was working in Bank of America, I focused on the company work and part time. Like most of the time, I used to focus on the company work. Rest of the time, I focused on the entertainment enjoyment. So I started preparation after the job. So at that time, I just developed a hobby of reading newspaper. At that time, only reading newspaper I used to focus at that moment. And after that, I started the preparation. So
that's very good. I think Suresh, you got it.
One at a moment.
Are you there? She's also an aspirant of civil service. Jahnavi, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes. Good evening,
you
sir.
Can go ahead and ask the question.
Good evening, sir.
Jahnavi.
This is Jahnavi, presently readying to appear for JE 22. My goal is to become an IAS officer from my childhood. Like when I was 8, I faced a problem with a social issue. So I decided to become an IAS officer. After my 10th class, I was interested in both social and mathematics. I was in a dynamo to go into HEC or MPC, but many of me suggested to take HEC, but I took MPC. Now, will I face, if I don't get any IIT to crack UPSC civil services? That means what difficulties and differences between IIT and non-IITians in appearing UPSC exam?
So as far as UPSC is concerned, I think Jahnavi, both are same. So for a UPSC, IIT aspirant is same as non-IIT aspirant, and you can choose any optional subject. So there is nothing like IIT type of quota in UPSC. So if you are from any private college or any type of college, you can definitely go for IAS, and you have similar advantages as the IITians have.
Okay, if
so there is nothing like difference. Although there is a difference in terms of aptitude, but this aptitude you can develop while you're in your preparation.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Jahnavi, understood?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, see, you take example of Karthik, right? That fellow also wanted to get into civil service. He's not an IIT, right? But he's very thoroughly enjoying his preparation. So only thing is the matter of your attitude is more important. How you confident are, right? See, when Rakesh failed for the first time, he was not disappointed, right? He analyzed his mistakes, where he went wrong. Then in the second attempt, he rectified. Definitely was alert in the first attempt itself. He might have got the rank, right? Rakesh, is it true?
Yes, sir, definitely. But yes, sir. If I have not done the mistake in my optional paper. Definitely in first attempt also, I would have got the call for interview.
Yes. So it all depends on your preparation. It all depends on the way you prepare, the confidence levels. So don't be under impression that only IIT can only get the UPSC. That's not true. Maybe, as you said earlier, it may be advantages for them, but doesn't make sure that everybody can crack it.
Even I know many of my friends who are in IIT, who cleared IIT, and they are not able to clear the civil service exam.
Okay.
Even they have exhausted their all 6 attempts. So it is not about that IITians have those attitudes who they can crack the. It is high probability that a IITian has that attitude or aptitude, both required for the civil service, but we can develop those aptitude or attitude required. Aptitude in terms of attempting the paper, attitude in terms of your goal.
Okay. Rakesh, out of curiosity, I'm asking one more question. We'll wind up. Okay. What type of questions you faced when you faced the interview? What was the question they asked you?
Sir, it was more. The first question was like I done my graduation in electrical engineering. Then I chosen economics as one of the options. Economics as optional. So they asked me like why you have chosen economics as an option. So my answer was that I got interest in economics more than electrical engineering, and this interest is developed at IIT itself, and through my job experience. So this was my answer, and the questions were more on the current affairs that was going in the country at that time, and the optional subject which I was having in the economics. So they asked me question about why in India land reforms has not worked, and the questions were about Rajasthan. Since I am from Sikar, Rajasthan, so the questions was about Sikar, Rajasthan, and how the culture of Rajasthan is there. And there, then the question was in the field of the international relation. At that time, the issue was going in Afghanistan, so some questions were there from Afghanistan area, and the basic social problems in India which we are facing, like caste discrimination, and the basic infrastructure problem in terms of water, energy, electricity we are facing. So the questions were more or less on the current affair, economics optional, and my background. So in each interview, so in every person's interview, the questions are asked from mainly from their detailed application form, and the questions vary from individual to individual, and the board member also want that you should answer those questions, because if you answer a question, then only they can judge your personality.
Okay. And
Or
Rakesh,
in
some
interview
students,
also,
yeah, go ahead.
so in interview also, if we don't answer some of the question, they won't affect negative. So we can definitely say no, sir, I don't know, and the answer definitely they won't detect the marks. But if you say no to each and every question, then definitely they will detect the marks. And if the question is asked about your personality and then you say no, then it will create a bad impact. But for a factual question, we can say no.
Okay, so it doesn't mean that you need to answer every question they ask.
No, it is not required.
Yeah, Rakesh, I have one question, a last question maybe. I'm not wasting your time. Because see, some students wanted to prepare from civil service. They, as Janvi said, she has the dream of becoming civil servant from so many days. Generally, what are the things a student should focus? Suppose my kid is in 10th class. Suppose he wanted to crack civil service after completion of graduation. What are the subjects and what are the attributes he has to develop from the age of 15? In what area? That means, should they read newspaper daily, or they should have that what called as speaking abilities, or they should have analyzing capacity? What attributes a student need to crack civil service?
So, sir, in civil services, basically in the mains paper, GS, optional, and the interview, these three are the main things which we need to develop. So, for the GS subject, it is in general studies we usually read the NCERT. So he can focus more on the NCERT and conceptual clarity of each and every subject. So in geography, they can got the conceptual clarity. So if we read the NCERT thoroughly and understand each and every point up to 12th class, then they will be helpful in the GS paper. For the optional subject, the engineering, the graduation subject. So we can pick that subject, optional subject as our graduation subject. So through that we can prepare our optional. And the interview. So while in school and colleges, we can take part in the debate or something in the discussion activity through which we can develop our speaking skill, which will be helpful in the interview. And the last thing, but the major thing is the current affair. So through daily newspaper, we can prepare the current affair.
Okay. So you mean to say that those who want to crack civil service in the future, it is better to understand the NCERT books basically, right? All the books like that. Yeah.
So at the age of 15, they can focus on NCERT books.
Okay. And even participating in some debate competition is also a good idea. That's what you want to mention, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Rakesh, and for wonderful information you have given us today. And definitely, it has enlightened us with so much of knowledge. And I was thoroughly enjoyed your answers. And definitely, you deserve it. And definitely, the people like you, right, who are not mind-minded, who want to achieve something in life, definitely India needs such people. And you're an inspiration to many of the students who want to really prepare for JEE Mains exam. And we wish that you'll continue the same support in the future. And we want to conduct more such webinars with you so that the students and parents will inspire from your words. Thank you so much, man, for joining. And even I should thank Gautam for bringing you. Without him, it is not possible, right? And definitely, Gautam is there. I think he's not there. So
I'm there.
thank you, man. You also a part of it, right? And Gautam, you want to finally say anything else?
Yeah, I just want to say one thing, like as a Edgroom, whatever you're doing for your students and the people here, so it's a great platform, as I say. You're bringing many people, many I mean, like, you're bringing the real people, real examples to the students and giving the guidance to them, grooming them, like helping them to choose their path, which when I was at these guys' age, I felt that this is something that I am missing. So whatever you're doing a fantastic job. So I wish, like, more people come to this platform and use the facilities and use the features of this to the right way. And then best of luck to the students who are there in this platform.
Thank you so much, Gautam. And Rakesh, what do you say about Edgroom? How do you feel the service that we're doing? Are they useful to students?
Thank you, Venkatesh. Thank you, Venkatesh sir, and especially the Edgroom team for inviting me for this talk. And the thing that what Edgroom is doing, like in terms of like giving the proper information set to the right candidate for their proper career guidance. So I think it is the best way we can, like, through this platform we can, like, a student can find out the like in where we.
Yeah, Rakesh, you unmuted. Yeah. Rakesh, go ahead. Just say something. Rakesh?
Yes, he lost.
I got a call. So through this platform, the student career he want to join, so he can get the better informed to the student if such platform was available. That's all I need to say.
Thank you so much, man. Thanks so much for joining. And I definitely wish to see you in more better places and more better positions. And people like you should enter into civil service and they should serve the nation. And you are an inspiration to many people, no doubt. I'll share all the experience with my students, and definitely you will inspire so many people in the coming years. Thank you, Rakesh. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, this is the end of today's webinar. I thank all my students, old students, present students, the parents and friends who have joined for this webinar. And let's see all next week.